Hi, my name is Landon Marina. I'm a single mother who has been parenting for the last 11 years as a single parent, and I have learned many mistakes along the way, and I hope to share them with you now so that you can learn from them and elevate yourself along your successful single parenting journey, because those mistakes help me understand how to better elevate myself to be aligned with the goals I wanted for myself, which was happiness. I wanted happiness for myself so I can give it to others, and happiness for myself so I can give it to my child, and so on and so forth. So if happiness is something that you're interested in, you might want to go ahead and click subscribe, because I will be sharing many things that I hope will help you along your journey, no matter what journey you're on. So today we're talking about sharing a room with your child. This is something I did on a low-income budget as a successful single mom. If you're about to move out and share a room with your kid for the first time, you're about to make a boss move. Boss moves mean you go ahead and you take opportunities so that you can figure out how to get to your main goal. You figure out how to use your circumstances to better elevate you and your child so that you all can go in the direction of who you want your life to be. So congratulations and welcome boss. One boss to another. I want to go ahead and share with you what I've learned when sharing a room with my child as a single mom. I really learned about money management, no surprise, and creativity, and how important the two really work together to create the life you need, no matter what budget you live on. Now, as adults, and especially single parents, it's easy for our creativity to die, our inner child to be crushed. And this experience, moving into the same bedroom with your child, can definitely help you to unlock the key there, and to channel some of that creativity again, because you're gonna need it. So number one, take the measurements of the location that you're gonna be using to share the room with your child, and don't just eyeball it, take it down. And if you haven't moved in there yet and can't actually get your measuring tape out, of course you can ask hopefully the landlord or whoever what the measurements are, so that you can look at it and so you can start planning ahead. Now, with the room measurements that you've taken, you're going to see, you want to make sure also to measure everything you put in that room. Because we want to be able to have some space in between everything, just to make it seem a little bit more roomier. Put the measurements down on paper so you can see what you're working with, because we don't want it to be a cluttered mess. The more you have, the more you have to clean. So I was always trying to figure out some way to make life easier, and so that was one. But I say that to say, you want to go ahead and make sure you're very, very strategic about what you allow in your space. I don't want anything in my space unless I love it and it's bringing me joy and it makes me feel good when I walk in here. When I walk in here, can I say this is my space? So are you gonna sleep together? Or are you gonna sleep separate? I will tell you what I did. I definitely have done both. Would you sleep in the same bed as your child? And for how long? So for me, I chose to sleep by myself, but in the same room, so we know the boundaries of parent and child. One way to share a room with your child and still keep separate but equal is, well, you're looking at it. This is a loft bed. This is an office loft bed. There's so many different types of lofts. If you can do it, that's awesome. This is luxury to me. Something I've always wanted to do, could not afford on the low-income budget once upon a time. It's been awesome because I have not one but two office spaces. I actually have a video creating a home office space on a low-income budget. This one I think is under $400. Put a bed long ways here, coming out from under the loft. Loft bed is really good for new moms. The crib can be underneath, or the toddler bed. Very good for new moms. If you do have two different beds, I know I put them at different angles. So maybe my bed would be this up against the wall, and then her bed would be up against the wall in a catty corner type of way. I put bookshelves up that separated our beds in a way that seems natural. So that would mean that there'd be a bookshelf facing her bed that actually allowed for storage bins and books and toys to be on that bookshelf, and it's facing her area of the room. I also have a bookshelf that was facing me in my part of the room so that I could have my storage bins, my books, my journals, things I wanted on the bookshelf. This is where I would go ahead and I actually splurged once upon a time on a bookshelf that was really long and it was tall and it was so sturdy, and that one was, I think, $100. That was huge. I will never forget that moment because I thought, wow, I just purchased furniture. That's not even a necessity. In my mind, that's what I was thinking. But it is important that you have decor around you and you decorate your locations, especially when you're going through changes such as these. Maybe you never imagined sharing a room with your child, and if that's the case, spruce it up. Make the decor your decor. Make it be something that invites you home. And what you could do is on the bottom, if the kid is on the bottom, or if you're on the bottom, whoever, you could put twinkle lights. You can do posters. You can do all sorts of things to kind of show the division. Keep your style up top. Put theirs at the bottom. Or if you're going to be at the bottom, put your style on the bottom and put theirs on top. And somehow decide on a few colors that you're going to stick to throughout the room so that you both can have your own style, but it also can be different and it can all come together. When we had both had our own beds, on the opposite side of that bookshelf where it's just flat, that's where I would go ahead and I would decorate, whether it be inspirational quotes that I wanted hanging up, or pictures, or my twinkle lights to go around that, my contact paper, love contact paper, and that's from the Dollar Tree, and I would contact paper the backup. So anything there's so many things you could do. Definitely don't feel like you are stuck, and so Dollar Tree it up, okay? And not all Dollar Trees are created equal, so definitely go to different locations for that, because you never know what you're gonna find. You're trying to share a room with your child, I will say that it is extremely important that you put them to bed at a separate time than yourself. Now for me, I had to put her to bed 2 hours before I went to bed because it would take her that long to finally, possibly, maybe, kinda, I don't know, get to sleep. And sometimes that didn't work, as you see, by my reaction to that. And so I will say, however, put them to bed ahead of yourself so they know that yes, we are sharing the same sleeping quarters, but I am still the child, mom is still the adult, adults have adult hours, children have children hours. Definitely put them to bed at a different time so you again have your own time and space in your own bedroom, and you can have that made by how you create the decor, the way you separate yourselves in your room. Very important, right? They have an area for their bedroom stuff, their toys, things of that nature. You have an area for your journaling, it's space, your time. And something I didn't mention about speaking of quiet space, as far as silence goes, if you go to bed and they are still awake and they then want to talk and they want to cry and they want to, got your solution. So you want to have ear pods. Gonna add it. This is huge. This is important. Get your ear pods. Make sure that you have ear pods to go in your ears so you don't have to hear it, so you can, not just for you not to hear it, but also for the discipline of them being able to see, again, Mom says this is my bedtime. She says that's done. She says no water. She says no food. She says we sleeping. She says I'm going to sleep. She says she's going to sleep. And look, she means it. She is really ignoring me right now. Let her do it. Let them do it. So get yourself some ear pods so you can really feel and experience. I'm not saying to sleep in with them because, hey, things happen and I know you need to be alert. But you could put those ear pods in. If you're trying to get a routine started with your children or whatnot, and they're just not listening, not having it, I mean, that's what I know. What do you do with your children when they scream and yell and cry, but there's really nothing to do except to stick to what you've said? So anybody on this channel, when you watch my videos, I want to hear from you. If you're not a single mom and you still get things from my content, I thank you. I thank you for stopping by and watching, and I really value anyone's voice who's made a mistake in their lives and learned from it. That's what this is about. That's what this channel's about. So you see, those are some steps as far as how you can share a room with your child. Let me know, is there something I'm missing, or there's some questions you have where you're like, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Let me know. Let's see if I've done it before. I'm pretty sure, because there's been a few times where I've shared a room with her and I learned a lot about what not to do and what to do. So let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you think that this is a place you want to learn more about. During these times of adventure in our lives, when we're just trying to figure it out, and we need to realize to keep our heads up, to keep ourselves supported with kind words. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And until we meet again, take care of yourself.